Good morning, Rob. Happy Tuesday to you. My name is Latrina. Yesterday you spoke with my son, Chris, who called to offer you this custom video with some free tips and tricks to help you improve your online presence. So here is your customized video that we've made for you. There's no selling in the video. We do this on the side to help other businesses. We do a few every week. Because we believe that givers gain. So we make these custom videos with the hope of bringing value and service to other businesses. The only thing we ask is if you can please give us some feedback. If it wouldn't be too ridiculous to ask, please let us know what you thought about the video, if it was helpful or not, so that we can continue to improve them. So in your video, I'm going to quickly go over content, backlinks, and citations and why these are important website elements for you to have. I'll also take a look at your company's online website and presence and make recommendations for improvement if I find any. Content is what I'm going to focus on right in this moment, and that's words, images, and videos that you have on your website. It's important to have sufficient content because this is how you get relevant keywords onto your website that Google can collect and find out about your business so that they can put you in front of people who are looking for your services. Ideally, you want to have at least 1,500 words on your homepage and at least 500 on your back pages. This gives Google the opportunity to crawl your website and learn about you. Citations are directories you find in Google, Yelp, Yellow Pages, etc. It's your business name, your address, and your phone number. And you want to have as many of these throughout the internet as you can get, and even more than your competition. Finally, we have backlinks, and these are the placement of your website address onto other websites. So if you have Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, any of these are backlinks that are helping to direct traffic to your website. Not all backlinks are created equal, so you want to make sure your backlinks are actually relevant to the work that you do. In your case, you would probably focus on painting or home improvement. The more backlinks you have, the more popular your website becomes, and Google places extremely high emphasis on how many backlinks a website has. The more you have that are relevant, the more validation Google gives your business. So let's take a look at your online presence. Actually, let's come back to your website. Let me go over to Google for a moment. I just want to cover a few things that are important to help you understand the feedback that I'm providing you. So when we do a website search or a Google search, we type in some organic keywords called, in this case, we typed in painting contractors for Baltimore, Maryland, because that's your area of focus. When we first do the search, we will usually be presented with ads, and ads are okay to include in your marketing strategy. There's nothing wrong with them if you use them in a strategic way. But some things to keep in mind. Sometimes ads are not seen by customers because they have ad blockers on their computers, so they may not see them. The other thing to note is that when you are placing ads or using services like Thumbtack, for example, Angie's List, Home Advisor, House, any of those, they are actually charging you per lead a set charge, and they are sharing that lead with 5 other businesses. So when you are paying for a lead, even if you don't land it, 5 businesses are paying for that same lead altogether, okay? So I always try to encourage businesses to do other things that are more organic to drive business to your website. So on Google, what we see here is called the Map Pack, and this is where Google places who they perceive in Baltimore, Maryland to be the top painting contractors. They have Hands-On Painters, CertaPro Painters of Baltimore, and Sheldon and Sons. The thing to note of the Map Pack is that a lot of traffic happens here. About 30 to 40% of the clicking that occurs in this prime real estate area. And you're wondering, like, how did they get there? Well, everything that I've mentioned to you so far would help you to acquire this space over time. You want to make sure, like I mentioned earlier, that you have sufficient content on your website, that you are utilizing backlinks, and you're utilizing citations. Google continues to rank businesses on the page. The pages, the first page, they'll continue to rank, and all of the following pages. So you'll see CertaPro and Sheldon and Sons are also here on this homepage, as well as others. You want to make sure your business is on the first few pages, first, second, or third page of Google. Ideally, the first page kind of If not the first page, second page is ideal. Third page is good, but it's still not ideal. So the first 3 pages are where you want to have your website placed or ranked so that people will actually see you. Most people don't venture that far off from those pages when looking in Google. So let's go to your website. First of all, it's very pretty. Probably don't want to hear the word pretty, but it's a nice website, okay? As far as presentation, eye-catching is what I'm trying to say. The other thing I want to compliment you on is that you have a contact form right at the very top of your screen. A lot of businesses don't do that, and I think that helps you to get more leads and information from customers who are looking for your services. So great job there, okay? I do want to point out that I don't see a whole lot of content in the way of text. You want to get more text on your website, okay? 1,500 words at least on the homepage and 500 on your back pages. The other thing I want to point out is when you're saving your images, if I click on an image here, you'll notice that you didn't save it with any meaningful text. Be sure to tag your images with things that describe what it is you're trying to showcase in that photo. For example, if you're painting a commercial building, maybe do commercial painting in Baltimore, Maryland, or something like that, because Google is not only crawling your page and looking at your text, but they're also looking at your graphics and file names to all of the documents that you've attached to your website, okay? So those are the things that I would recommend. Definitely make sure that you do that. So that you can get Google's attention and you can have Google on your website more often, learning and becoming familiar with your business. The more Google takes time to crawl your website, the more opportunity you have to have your business front and center when people are looking for your services, okay? So briefly, I'm going to go over to your stats and take a look. So right now what I notice is that you are not ranking for any keywords whatsoever. Keywords are the things that are really important because this is what people are typing into Google to find services, right? But if you don't have any keywords highlighted on your page, then Google says, oh, okay, well, they're not really doing that, so we won't spend much time on their website. Keywords that, just to give you some suggestions, you are painting and pressure washing services. So definitely you want to make sure that you're using those keywords. For example, excuse me, I had a tickle in my throat. Painting in Baltimore, Maryland. Painting services, Baltimore. I'm sorry, my recording stopped. But what I was saying is grab keywords that describe the services that you provide, okay? Also make sure you continue to get backlinks. At one point you had 640, you're down to 86. Backlinks kind of dwindle over time. So this is something that you're always going to be needing to add to the internet, right? Remember what I said, the more backlinks a business has, the greater opportunity and the more relevant you are perceived by Google. Same thing with your referring domain citations. Make sure you continue to get those, okay? So the lesson for you in this hopefully was helpful. Please let me know if I can do anything to explain or clarify any information that I provided in this video. Otherwise, I wish you a wonderful morning and continued success in your business. Have a wonderful day, Rob. Bye-bye.